Easy. So the guy who sold me this must have known that I'm stupid or something. Anyway, now I have to deal with it. We'll take this now to the local haulier company and borrow their heat water pressure washer, and try to clean this as good as possible. Then I'm gonna look at the sensors and stuff, and maybe try to remove this steering piston here. My plan there was to stop and go and get the camera, but there was no stopping. Extremely slippery when it's warm like this. So I'm gonna try to remove this steering cylinder now to have a look at the leak. I hope that it's possible to replace the seals in it like a regular hydraulic cylinder, because I was to a Volvo dealer today, but they couldn't buy those separate parts. But I know it's made to take apart. I don't know if you see the drips here, but it's leaking some. I guess I could have just removed this one and stuffed it with like paper and rags and stuff just to take it through the inspection, but I need to fix it anyway, so. get the other end off there. So I'm thinking this end is loose now. So if I remove the wheel, I maybe be able to pull this piston out with this still in the truck. So I'm gonna try to remove the wheel now instead. Wow! Is it supposed to be like this to have a truck? It moved. Or not. Yeah. Yeah. No, I broke this. I need to get some better tool for trucks. Yeah, it's starting to get time to fix this. I thought I had it done by now for sure, but I just hadn't had the time for it. So, but now at least the firewood is done and finally I can start working on it. But I have to fix the backhoe first. I have a leak on that and I have to work with it next week. So let's start with that. So I have a pretty bad leak here on these two hoses that goes to the hydraulic lock on the front loader. It's starting to be a puddle here. I'll try to just, I don't know if it's both hoses or just one, so I'll just try to clean them off first. I guess I should remove this one. So now if I just start the machine, I should see where the leak comes from. I think it comes from here. saw it started to press oil here. And this seems to be in pretty bad shape too. So now it's just to figure out where it goes. So I did find the next mount for this hose. Not sure if you can see it, but it's right there. Yeah, I don't know if you can see, but and it goes into this. There it goes. Now it goes under the cab, so I guess we need to pump the cab up. I think there is a safety block here. At least there is some more protection. So this one goes way back in here. There. I don't know how I should get to that place. I made this little bit sturdier bar here for my own protection. So with this in place, I think I dare to creep under here. Now with this in place, it's impossible for the cab to fall over me. Oh, oh, now I see the parking brake I should fix too. Which one is it? Ah, it is. Luckily enough, the upper one, I think, here. Oh, finally. Yes. Doesn't seem to pour oil or anything, right? No. Finally. This was much harder than I was hoping for. So I think I'm actually gonna make these two hoses new. I'm just not gonna replace one because I don't want to do this next week again. So now I just have to get this to a guy who makes new ones. So I went to town and got 2 new hoses made, and I marked one of them, I think, in each end with a blue zip tie there, so I can keep a track of the hoses, and I also cover the end so I don't get a lot of crap in here. So I left one of the 2 hoses still in here so I can follow that, so it gets the same route as it had before. So some light. So now this way. So I finally got I think I got every clamp and every protection back on the hose here, so the hoses. So I just started to see if it's, I hope it's not leaking. So far no leaks. I think I can see from back here, I don't have to crawl back in. Somewhere. No, looks okay. So this I will keep in the machine and save it for future use. Now I need to leave for the bike ride.
Det är vi glada för. Ja, men som vi sa, de är ändå klara sina måltider.
So I'm finally back from the bike ride. It went pretty okay. Made it through in just under 14 hours, so I'm happy with that. Just to make it through. So now it's finally time to dig into this a little bit. So I did give it a try to remove this. This is where it's an oil leak inside this one. Yeah, you can see the oil dripping there. So I'm hoping to be able to repair this one, not replace it, because I think it's pretty expensive. I was trying this winter to remove the other end of this one and take it out, but I didn't manage to get this off, so my second plan was to remove the tire and just do it in place, like just pull the piston out and hopefully be able to fix it. But I didn't manage to get the nuts off even. So I couldn't get the nuts off even with a bar or hammering on them, and it just felt unsafe to try it the method I did, so I invested in this torque multiplier. And I think this was like 1 to 58, so if I understand it right, it would be like having a bar almost as tall as the whole truck here too. That force you will put in this end, minus all the friction and stuff in this, of course, but it should be enough to crack these ones loose, I hope. Because I was looking into a impact gun or impact driver, a big one, but they were so expensive, so this will be interesting to try. Should have goggles on. You never know, a lot of tension. Oh, this one must have been. Oh, this was maybe the one I got to loosen up. Yeah. Try another one. Yeah, I think I got one loose with hammering on the. Oh, wow. It was a little bit scary. Maybe this can prevent the wheel from spinning. I don't want to start it up because I think the truck has been standing now for a very long time, so there's no pressure in anything, so it's just nice to keep it that way. It is moving, but it's still pretty. Yeah, now it's starting to loosen up. Huh. Oh, finally. Finally. It was a good sign. Yeah, I don't have the proper plier for this. Oh, maybe. I hear trouble. Yes. There it goes. Wow. Okay. Well, I got it out. Got it out at least. It looks like a normal hydraulic piston. This is magnetic because of the sensor that, so this one, so the truck knows where the steering is. So I'm trying to remove this small piston here. There is like a rod in here that is locking this in place, because this shaft is the same thickness here as here. And I could remove this just to get this thing out, but I don't want to mess with the settings here, so I'm gonna do the extra effort to try to remove this pin here. And I believe there should be an O-ring inside here also, so it's might as well replace that. I've tried like an hour now to just move this around and get it out. I got it out like this far because it was way in there, so now I actually can get and try to weld this one on here, so I can pull it out with the plier or something. That's my plan anyway. If I try to pull this gently while I... Put all the tape on just to protect it from the weld. Ah, finally. So I got all the seals, old seals out and measured them and ordered new ones. So I hopefully this is the right ones here. Volvo didn't have a repair kit for this, as I understood. It was just to measure them and try to find the right ones. So I will just try to put all this together again. Yes. Yes. Hope the seals made it through this edges here without getting damaged. Hopefully it works better. Oops. Nice. Hopefully this goes in easier than it came out, but I should have of course opened up the other port there, but so tight space there, so this part was easier than I expected it to be so far. Now I think the only reason it was so easy now is because this is only filled with air now, so now Finally. I think it's in place. Yeah. Okay, back with the wheel. Everything is so heavy. Start like this. It will be interesting to see if it even starts now. It's been a while. Here's my main switch. Need to install one. Just let it fill with air. Then I will drive the boogie thing here. I think I need to fill some ATF oil on the servo thing. Now it doesn't seem to work at all. And then we have the air leak here, of course. That was empty. So the wheel did move now. So let's lower the cab again. I guess I overfilled it. Anyway, I guess I will have to deal with this until all the air is out and stuff. There is a tiny bit of oil here, but yeah, I guess we just have to wait and see. So the next obvious thing to fix is the air leak on this one. So this was really expensive, so I just want to check if there is something you can do repairing this before I get a new one. So I'll try to remove it first. Got some help here. I don't have any idea how this looks inside or what it does even. The only thing I know it's very expensive, so I gotta try to have a look at it. I know the air leaks out here. There is something suspect. I wonder if you can buy a rebuild kit for this or something. Yeah, I don't know really what I'm doing here, but I think it feels like this is the cause of the error. So if I could find a new piece like this, we'll do some googling. So I couldn't find that particular seal for the air thing there, so I found a used one, so I ordered that one. But I think the video is long enough now, so I will wait for that one to arrive and then keep working on the truck. And I also ordered some service material for the truck and also a main switch. This is important since I have the burned wheel loader. I think this is fuel filter, this is for the air dryer or something. Oil filter, bypass oil filter, and another fuel filter. So, back to work.